We need a clear result with low risk for a cold prospect. In other words, right, benefits using mechanism with payment terms and a risk reversal, so a stranger has a hard time saying no to your offer. This is the offer, right? You need to nail this. You absolutely positively need to nail this. Like, this is super important. And the offer is contingent of who you're going to email, right? So the list is super important. The copy will basically write itself as soon as you have the offer. But you want to make sure that your offer is specifically speaking to the people, for the people, about the people that you're going to email. If you do not do that, if you have a very, very, very vague offer, and it's not like it's designed for everyone, you'll basically attract no one with that, right? It needs to be specifically purpose made for a specific type of business slash person, a persona. Super important. I cannot overstate this. I'll probably say this like 10 times again. Like, this is super, super, super important. You could run a successful cold email campaign just with these two things. Literally, because you could just email everyone and the only people that will respond are the people that want this offer. Because it's specifically purpose made for them, right? You just waste a lot of time emailing people that are not relevant, but that you would still get results. If you were emailing everyone with an offer that is designed for everyone, you would literally get no one to respond because no one feels addressed, right? We want to address people, which is also super important. We don't want to address the people. We want to address a person. It's one person, right? And the best cold emails that I've ran over all of those, like tens of millions of cold emails so far, the best ones are talking to a specific person. Way back in the beginning, almost 3 years ago now, I was writing cold emails as if I was talking to an audience. And the reason for that is, if you're in the weeds, and back then there was no AI. There was literally no AI. I think AI came out like I think a year after that. Might even be 1.5 years after that. Like, AI was a thing after that. If you're in the weeds and you're building these Excel sheets, and then you're like going through the prospects, and you have like 1,000, 2,000 people in, and then back then like 2,000 people was like crazy. We can email 2,000 people, wild. Now we're emailing like 5,000 people a day per client, which is super wild. But back then it was a huge thing, right? And thinking about like 2,000 people is wild, because you're like, oh my God, this is so many people. I'm talking to people. Like, this is an audience, right? And as soon as you go through the motion and you sign up yourself into talking to an audience, you will literally write email copy to an audience. Like, it's so close to saying, dear ladies and gentlemen, in your cold email, in the greeting, right? It's like this close to that. Most people aren't that far from using dear ladies and gentlemen. Literally, bro, I've seen emails. It's wild. It's not good. So this is why I'm saying this. This needs to be hyper specific for a singular person, considering what kind of pain points they have, right? Solves pain or has a benefit that has a very specific mechanism with payment terms and a risk reversal that's going to reverse the risk that the person that you're emailing to is carrying on his or her shoulders if they were to say okay to your offer. Like, let's go, like accept your offer, right? Not the general risk that you perceive, the risk that they perceive. This is super important.